going on? I'm experiencing trauma from this hotel room. There's ghosts. That's the story. That's the truth, actually. Well, I'm gonna try to tell you my story as quickly as I can so that we don't have to deal with these flashing ghost lights anymore. Apparently, this hotel thought Halloween, let's give it to them. And you know what? I kind of respect her for that, I'm not gonna lie. So today, do I need to turn that light off? This is gonna be an issue. I think I'm just gonna turn this light off. I found a new light. It's darker in here and I kind of have to like squat down on the ground, but it's fine. So today was day 1 of 6 days on reserve. Long story short, I had to pick up an extra 3 days of reserve this month, which I'm very not excited about, but Sam's sister got married last weekend and the only way for me to get that weekend off was to give somebody my scheduled trip for their A days, if that makes sense, their reserve days. I didn't pick up any additional hours. We swapped, but they got rid of 3 of their reserve days. I added 3 more, if that makes sense. I have 6 reserve days, so today's Monday, and I'll be working all the way till Saturday on reserve, and then I get to go home again on Sunday, which I'm really excited about. I was assigned a 5 a.m. airport standby, so I didn't even go back to my crash pad last night. What was the point? I would have had to wake up at 2:30 in the morning. So I landed in New York at around 8:45, and then I just made my way to the lounge, and I didn't really sleep at all, to be honest with you, but I hung out there. And then about 20 minutes into my standby, I get called for this trip. So this is probably the ugliest trip and something I would not want to do, but here we are. I worked JFK to San Francisco, which if you've been around and been watching my videos, you know that I prefer transcons. I way prefer that long flight, get it all over with, you know, and only have to do it 1 a day, only have to do 1 up and down a day, if that makes sense. But I landed at like 9:45. It's now 11. Oh, I don't have my watch on anymore. I think it's like 11:45, but I landed at 9:45 in San Francisco, and we worked the red eye back 2 nights. So we have almost a 12-hour layover, but it's during the middle of the day. Mind you, I had 1 broken hour of sleep last night, so I'm very, very, very tired. I'm actually winding down, getting ready to take a long arse nap, if you know what I mean. Long arse nap. I'm gonna take all my makeup off. I'm basically gonna get ready for bed, and I'm gonna try to take sleep for like 6 hours at least, because I don't have any sleep, and I'll be working the red eye. We're gonna be working the red eye back tonight, so we're gonna need that rest. That's my story for today. The crew is really nice. I have no idea what the rest of my A days are gonna look like. Just to give you a bit of context, so I don't land until almost 8 a.m., about 7:40 a.m. tomorrow morning. And due to like legalities and stuff, they cannot use me again until at the very earliest 6:40 p.m. There's not a lot of trips that go out past, like I would say even 3 or 4 p.m. Most of them are international trips. I'm not gonna say that I'm gonna get lucky tomorrow and get an international trip, because more than likely I'm not going to. What that might mean is I might have the rest of the day off tomorrow instead of working again later that night, which also might mean then come Monday morning I have a really early report time again, which would suck because I want to sleep. But that's definitely a possibility. All of that to say, I'm going to wash my face and get ready to go to sleep and pretend like it's not the middle of the day and pretend like it's nighttime. Hello. I do feel as rough as I look, in case you're wondering. So no need to point it out. It is 7:40 and I woke up about 40 minutes ago, and then I spent 20 minutes ordering Thai food on DoorDash. So I really need that to come as soon as possible. I have about an hour and 40 minutes before I have to start heading down to van pickup. So I'm just going to wash my face and put makeup on, pack up, put my uniform on, get ready, and then eat my food. But they already assigned me a trip for tomorrow, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm very upset about it because they gave me like minimum rest again. So my trip releases at 7:40 in the morning tomorrow. I think I mentioned this before. And they assigned me a 6:59 sign in. I think it's 6:59. Yep, 6:59. So I'm basically gonna just go to my crash pad and try to sleep, but I'm also stressed out because my new schedule releases at 2 p.m. So it's like I'm not gonna want to sleep through that. So it's not gonna be great. At least it's just one leg from JFK to Denver, and then I have a 16.5-hour layover in Denver. That's not too bad, and I haven't had a Denver layover yet, so I'm interested to see how that goes. And then on day 2, I only have one leg as well. I go Denver to Atlanta, and then I have a 15-hour layover in Atlanta. Day 3 is just Atlanta to Miami, Miami back to JFK. So as far as ease goes, it's a very easy trip. It's only 14.5-hour credit trip though, so it's kind of a waste of my time, if I'm not gonna lie, because I think I would make a little bit more on my guaranteed reserve pay if I didn't work than this trip, which means technically I will make the more money because that's how it works. So like, it's only 14.5 hours and we get paid guaranteed on reserve days. It's a guaranteed 4 hours and 45 minutes of reserve pay. So maybe the math is wrong, but like I said, I didn't really sleep last night and then I just slept through the day, so my brain's not really working. But all of that to say, regardless of how much you use, you will always get paid the more amount. Those are my updates. I'm gonna just start getting ready and all of that. Just wanted to come on here and commiserate about my horrible next few days of flying. And then I only have 2 days left of 8 days, which isn't too bad, but they would have to give me a later sign in the morning, and it would have to be only a 2-day trip. So we'll see. I don't know. They could throw me anywhere. This is literally like being a boomerang at this point, so we carry on. I put on pants for this. Technically they're shorts. However, I needed to film a clip and I thought, let's be modest. So I am in my hotel in Denver. I am beat, knackered, absolutely feel like I've been hit by a bus 13 times over, and then laid on the train tracks, run over by a train, and then also like a full-on thunderstorm came in and lightning bolts hit me, and then the rain like became a flood and then washed me out to sea. So as you can imagine, I'm not doing my best. As we saw, I did work a red eye last night and I got scheduled this trip already. So I went back to my crash pad. I slept for like 4 hours and 45 minutes, woke up, ran and got a passion fruit green tea with boba because obviously. Then I ate some food, got ready, and went to the airport, worked this flight, and now I'm here. I don't have a pickup till 3 p.m. tomorrow. Right now it is almost midnight, so my only goal is to eat the 1 packet of oatmeal I made because it's my emergency oatmeal. I try not to make it so there's none in my bag, and right now there's still 2 packets in my bag, and I need it because I can make it on the plane, and as a lot of you know, I'm vegan and sometimes I run out of things to eat, so it's emergency oatmeal. Only made 1 packet, okay? Really good stuff though. Love Trader Joe's oatmeal. Wash my face is next, and then go to sleep. I need to fall asleep by 12:30, which is asking a lot of me because I am a very horrible sleeper. I'm a very horrible fall sleeper, and usually it takes me like an hour to 2 hours to wind down from the moment I start thinking about going to sleep. So we need to speed up this process because I need to wake up at 8:45 and go work out. And usually when I talk about this stuff in my vlogs, it doesn't get done. But we are making an effort. We are making an effort, okay? We're making an effort. I'm gonna go to the gym in the morning, and then I'm gonna go to the Target, which is close by, get some more food to put in my lunch bag, and then I'm also gonna grab some Chipotle for lunch. Unless something else strikes my eye, but you guys know I love Chipotle. And who likes my Lord of the Rings hoodie? I do. I actually really like this hotel. It's really kind of cute. It's giving some pretty good vibes, I'm not gonna lie. The location, I don't really know what's around me because I came in late at night, but the inside of the hotel, stunning, cute, love it. This chair that's over off to the side, I'm obsessed with this chair. I don't know why, it's filling me with happy thoughts. Shower's nothing special, but everything else it's just cute. I like it. All of that to say, let's get things going. Let's get the winding down going. Let's shove this oatmeal in my mouth and let's do this. it. I made an effort. This is what we're gonna do every day. We're gonna make an effort to be better. I went to work out. Now I'm gonna go to that Target that was close to my hotel. Also to that Chipotle, because that sounds utterly delightful. Bananas. Very good for you when you're flying. I got 2 more microwave meals because I find these to be the easiest thing to like eat on the go. If you're a flight attendant, by the way, and you want to heat up like a microwave meal on the plane, I just bring like a glass Tupperware type of thing because it's oven safe. You can like just empty this into that glass Tupperware and then put it in the oven on the plane. That's how I heat these up on the plane. These are just like from the Sweet Earth brand. I got General Tso's, or So's, however you say that, tofu, and the butter, like chicken, fake chicken, whatever, you know. And then remember my oatmeal dilemma last night? I got some oatmeal from Target. I prefer the Trader Joe's one, but it's fine. And then these are fantastic. These Nature Bakery fig bars, amazing. Just wanted to show you guys the cute view. Oh, there's a little bird, hi bird. Out my window, sorry, I got distracted by a bird. Not really like an amazing view, but it's a really nice day outside, so it's really pretty. So listen, it's literally 1:30 in the morning. We had a wild day today, and it shouldn't have been wild because it was a one-leg day. It was just Denver to Atlanta. But you know, we had some interesting passengers. We had issues getting off the plane, but guess what? I need to go to bed. It's 1:30. I have a pickup at 12:11 tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have time to do quite literally anything. I really wanted to work out, but at this point, I need 8 hours of sleep, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I've got Real Housewives of Salt Lake loaded up, and I'm going to get my little tushy in that bed, watch this until I fall asleep, lights out, okay? That's all I can do tonight. That's all I can do. Listen, 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 listen. Ooh, I'm looking rough. The oatmeal from Target, it's not a vibe. Don't go get it, just go to Trader Joe's. Just go to Trader Joe's. It's not that good, I'm not gonna lie. You might be thinking to yourself that this hotel room looks familiar. And I don't have to tell you that you're very right. I am back in San Francisco in the same hotel that I was in. I don't even know if it was 4 days ago, 3 days ago. I can't really put 2 and 2 together. Let me break it down for you. Also, quick question for the people watching. Was this the hotel that was like haunted with the flickering lights? I think it was. Late last night, I get back to my crash pad. It was like almost midnight by the time I got, it was midnight actually by the time I got back to my crash pad. By the time I fell asleep, it was like 2 a.m., but I was waking up like every hour, and I think my body was just reacting poorly to all of the like weird wake up times that my reserve days started with, my A days started with. And so I barely felt like I slept very much over the last night. I feel like I woke up probably like 6 or 7 times throughout the night last night. But I wake up at 8:15 to a call from crew scheduling giving me this trip that I'm on now. And I preferenced this trip specifically because it landed with enough time for me to commute home same day tomorrow night. Tomorrow is my last day of A-days. I'm good to go home. I'm really excited to go home. But we're working this trip. We're all just fine. And then we landed and I look at my phone. I'm getting a call from crew scheduling. I look over to my other crew member who's sitting right next to me in her jump seats phone. We're getting a call from crew scheduling. We see that on our schedules that we have been rerouted. So we were supposed to have 11 hours and 15 minutes of rest. Now we're only having 10 hours of rest. They've reduced it to minimum rest. This is like the only amount of rest that can be legal. Like it's not legal to reduce it any further than 10 hours. And now we're flying from San Francisco to Boston. And I think what had happened was the Boston crew is now flying back. They're taking our flight back to JFK and then deadheading from JFK back to Boston because they are illegal for their Boston flight in the morning, but we're just barely legal enough for it, so they put us on it. So the unfortunate fact is that we landed early, because if we would have landed late or on time, we would then be also illegal for that flight. So they would have just pushed that flight back most likely and kept the situations the same. Long story short, they have us working from San Francisco to Boston, and then we're deadheading from Boston to JFK. Well, that doesn't work for me. So I'm gonna do what's called a deviation, and you can only really do this if you have a deadhead on the front end or the back end of your rotation. So because it's on the back end of my rotation, I'm gonna deviate. And let me tell you how I have to get home, because I'm literally gonna be on a plane from 5 a.m. No, from 6, well, my day starts at 6 a.m. I'm not gonna get on the plane till a little before 7. But I'm gonna be on a plane from 7 a.m. till midnight tomorrow night. It's gonna be brutal, because this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go work that flight from San Francisco to Boston. I'm gonna deviate that deadhead from Boston back to JFK, because I think I might have mentioned this earlier, but I don't get back in time anymore to commute home same day. So instead, I am now commuting from Boston to Atlanta, and then taking Atlanta's latest flight from Atlanta to Salt Lake. So that's how I'm getting home tomorrow. And I land at midnight, which means I won't be at home till 1 a.m. So it's gonna be a doozy of a day. We had some very interesting passengers on this flight, that's all I'm gonna say. At least I have a good crew. We have 6 crew members on this aircraft, but since we are getting split up, 2 of them will still be on that same flight with the Boston crew. It's kind of hard to explain, but the plane that the Boston crew flew in on was called a 321neo. It only requires 4 crew members. Ours requires 6. So our 2 most senior people on our trip, they're staying on their flight, and they're collecting the 4 Boston flight attendants to fly with them. We are now the crew of 4 flying from San Francisco to Boston tomorrow morning. So it's a great crew. It's gonna work out. It really kind of sucks. So guess what I'm gonna do? I ordered the same Thai food that I ordered when I was here 3 or 4 days ago. Like I said, I can't really understand the timing right now. And I'm gonna have that Thai food. I was gonna go to the gym, but I got so angry about this reroute that like my brain just fixates on these things for like 2 hours, and I can't stop thinking about it. So the gym unfortunately doesn't work like that for me. Like I have to be in a good mood to go to the gym. So instead I'm gonna like call Sam, watch something on Netflix, eat my Thai food, drink some Diet Coke, and then I have to wake up at like 4:45 tomorrow morning, and it's already 8 o'clock, so I'm not looking to stay up too much later. Knowing me, I'll probably be up till midnight, but hopefully not. Anyway, that's my chit chat for now. I'm sorry that this has become a little insane, but it's a little insane for me too, okay? So I'm the one that has to deal with it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying watching it. Like, I literally feel like the title of this vlog should be like, becoming a boomerang on my reserve days. Will that hit as hard as I need it to? Because like, I need the people that are like seeing this video on their feed for it to look like, oh my gosh, is she okay? Is it me? Am I the drama? Yes, but no, but really, the amount I've been thrown around in these last 5 days, tomorrow will be day 6. It's a little insane. I have one more thing to say. I had someone comment on one of my more recent videos saying, it seems like you don't like your job very much. And in that video, I made a one-off comment saying, what did I say? I said something like, let me pull it up, because now I gotta have the receipts. Okay, I literally said once in this vlog that sometimes this job isn't glamorous. That's all I said. Literally, trust me, I'm the one who edited the video. I've rewatched it 1,000 times. This person is probably gonna, this video is gonna fuel their fire of them thinking that I hate this job. I actually love this job. Reserve days, literally the point of reserve days is exactly what's happening to me today. Like, that is the point of reserve days. That doesn't mean like they're exciting or fun or glamorous, not at all. They kind of throw you through the ringer, and that's the point of them. And other airlines, you have 100% reserve days. I'm lucky enough to be a part of such a great airline that we only have up to 6 days a month. So I love my job, but am I tired? Do I want to go home? Do I want these days to be over? Am I a little frustrated right now? I'm a little angry? Yes, but guess what? That's the nature of this job, baby. That's honestly why I vlogged this reserve day vlog, because I knew there would be stuff going on. I knew there would be stuff to talk about, so yeah. I just got home. I think I explained things a little bit last night, but I literally went from San Francisco to Boston, Boston to Atlanta, Atlanta to Salt Lake. I am dead tired. I barely slept more than 4 hours last night and did not really sleep on any of my flights today. So obviously my working flight I didn't, and then the 2 to commute back to Salt Lake I didn't. So all of that to say, it's time for me to go to bed. But I wanted to film a clip just to kind of end it, but it's 1 a.m. Like literally 1 a.m. Salt Lake time. So it's time for me to go. It is time for me to go, as I think you all would agree with, as I think you can hear in my voice. My voice is always deep and raspy, but it's a little bit more so right now. So anyway, that's gonna be it for now. Thank you for watching. Have a good morning, noon, evening, dinner, whenever it happens to be that you're watching this. Really bad lighting. Okay, bye. Okay, so this is gonna be a little off script. Not that there is a script of any way, shape, or form to my videos, but long story short, yes, the title of this video is true. That was my last trip out of New York. I was supposed to have another set of reserve days actually. Long story short again. I don't know if I touched on this on my YouTube channel, but in order to get my sister-in-law's wedding weekend off, I had to basically give somebody one of my 3-day trips and take their set of reserve days to maneuver my schedule around. So I didn't add any additional days to my schedule, but I did give them one of my scheduled trips and then take on their reserve days. So I was supposed to have the 6 days on reserve that you saw in this video, and I was supposed to have another set of 8 days at the end of the month, the 20th, 29th, and 30th. Well, I got very sick all of a sudden. On the night of the 26th, I started having a pretty gnarly cough, and then on the 27th, I had a small fever, body aches, chills. I was in bed all day. I was out. I was rough. I was sick. So I could not work those 3 days because I was supposed to commute to New York on the 27th, but I was in bed with a fever. So it just wasn't gonna work, obviously. So I unfortunately could not do that 3 days. And so I was gonna have a whole different vlog that was like my last trip in New York. Well, that is this vlog instead. I'm also a closure person. Like, I definitely am the kind of person that wants to feel things. Like, I wanna feel like it's the end of that time. And I unfortunately was not feeling that, because when I had this set of A days, which was I was a wreck. I was so tired the entire 6 days because I basically was a boomerang for my airline, but I was unable to feel like it was the end of New York, and that was what that last 3 days was supposed to be. So without getting too, not even emotional about it, but just like, I basically laid it out. We all understand what's going on now. I am today actually commuting to my new base, and I can't say like I'm excited. I'm excited for the shorter commute. I'm excited to not have to worry about a 3 hour and 45 minute flight to New York and then a 4.5 hour flight back to Salt Lake. No, I'm not in Salt Lake, which I know some of you might be saying like, oh, isn't Salt Lake an base for your airline? It is. There's some specifics why I could not get into Salt Lake this time around, but all of that to say, I'm not from Salt Lake. I don't love Salt Lake. I don't plan on being here for forever. So I did not, it's okay that I'm not based here is what I'm trying to say. But I am based to a closer base to me, and it's gonna be very different. I'm excited to see what changes come, but it is temporary. I'm not planning on being here longer than the scheduled 3 months. So November, December, and January, meaning February 1st. I'll likely be at a different base. That's really the long and the short of it. I know that I often say long story short, and it's never a short story, but I try to like make it as concise as possible, but sometimes it's just very hard. That was my last trip out of New York. I know this is maybe just too much information all at once. I do plan on going back to New York for next spring and summer. Not exactly sure when that would be, but hopefully maybe starting May 1st through October 1st, I'd work out of New York again. I genuinely love the base that we have in New York. I love the people that work there. The crews have been absolutely amazing. I've loved everyone I've worked with. The opportunities for flying is just leaps and bounds better out of New York than any other base in our airline. That's not to say there aren't great bases elsewhere. There certainly are, but New York just definitely has the best opportunity for more junior flight attendants. And I love Europe and European destinations, and I love having the like opportunity to fly to European destinations. Obviously that's just easiest out of New York because it's like right there, you know what I mean? Something exciting that's coming up this month out of my new base, which you'll see in my next vlog, is I got a London, and not just a 24-hour layover in London. I got a 48-hour layover in London. And also, just to soften the blow of not being in New York, I did get a layover in New York towards the end of this month. So I'm excited because that means I actually get to spend time in the city for fun rather than like commuting to New York to work out of New York. You know what I mean? So anyway, there are some good things to this as well, but I feel like this clip has gone on long enough. If you're still watching, thank you. Yes, those are Christmas decorations in the background. It's November 3rd. Which some of you may think that's early for Christmas decorations. I'm just not the kind of gal that likes to put decorations up for 30 days. I want them up for 2 months. I put my Halloween decorations up on September 1st, and I like to put my Christmas decorations up on November 1st. So, no, we don't have a tree yet because we do the real tree route, so obviously that won't go up till early December. But thanks for watching today's vlog. This is Nebula, if you didn't know. I know a lot of the people that watch my videos are newer to my channel from like flight attendant stuff. I'm obsessed with cats. We have quite a few rescue cats, and if you go back in later vlogs, you'll see tons of footage of the cats because they're certainly here. They're certainly here. But I'm gonna close things out now. Like I said already, like a minute ago, this has gone on long enough. So thank you for watching. Tune into the next vlog to see where my new base is. If you follow me on Instagram or something, you probably have already seen it, but tune into the next vlog to see where my new base is. I'm about to go on to 3 days of reserve, and I only have an airport standby for tomorrow, so hopefully I get used so that I'm flying and I'm going places I can show the vlog, but if I don't, we'll see. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. Yeah, Nebula? She's our most talkative cat. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.